I would say to Travis, the guy with the little ears that breathes really loud.
What would mine be?
The guy with the really tight jeans.
They're
That's
not
it.
skinny.
I have little ears and breathe loud, but he's just got tight jeans. That's a choice. I didn't
They're
make
not
this
skinny.
choice.
Your calves are coming. You got. Like,
I can't help my legs. I was born with those legs, but these are straight leg jeans.
Those are not straight. You had to jump off the house to get in those things this morning. And like we should be the ones that's less offended.
That's what I always tell people. It's like to have thick skin and a soft heart. You got to have those two things.
Yeah.
Right.
We became so obsessed with fixing people's behavior. You could fix everybody's behavior from bad to good, and they still go to hell.
You got to look past all the things that you might disagree. You got to look at the person. We know that God loves them, and they've got a soul that's either destined for heaven or hell. And we love them no matter who they are, what they're about. Mm-hmm. And we're just glad that they're at church. I'm not going to look at them. I'm going to look in them. That's what God does.
Well, welcome into the first episode of the Desperation Church podcast. I'm your host, Travis Key, also our Hayden campus pastor, and I'm joined with the Jasper campus pastor, Adam Hicks, and our lead pastor, also custodian, Pastor Andy Heiss.
Yes, sir. I cleaned on toilets.
Hey, we're really excited about this podcast, and man, we want to market this to our church, kind of let you behind the scenes a little bit, let you know what's going on. Of course, with these three guys here, we're going to have a lot of fun. PA, you want to tell us a little bit about what we can expect?
I don't know what you're going to expect because it kind of goes haywire every now and then.
Yeah.
Awry. Is that a good word?
Do you think that we'll get canceled because of this podcast?
Maybe by church members.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And other churches.
Like our church has gotten so big that we're actually trying to make it smaller.
No,
that's
we're
the
not.
goal
No,
of this podcast.
We do that just as we go. We want to make it fun.
Yeah.
We honestly want to give more information. There's so much that goes on in our church. There's no way that you can announce all of it
Right.
from the front.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that people understand a little bit more about what we do and things that are happening. I think we're going to talk a lot about some theology stuff that'll be probably helpful to some people, fun to some people. I'm hoping that, you know, there's some things that people get to learn who we really are and figure out how church runs. Like a lot of people just, as we go, it's just going to be hanging out, talking like we normally do, and just have a good time.
Yeah, we're going to act like this is one of our campus pastor meetings. Actually, we're not, because we would get canceled.
Yes.
Yeah, there really is. There's so much to announce.
I do want to do another podcast one day, and this is going to take a lot of guts for us.
Yeah.
Because I really want to tell people things that happen behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Or things that I've done from the very front, or we've said from the very front, that it's so bad that you can't even repeat it. Like I can't tell the stories to the church because it was bad.
Look, put it in the comments. Do you want us to go 100% with you?
That's a really good poll.
Yeah.
That's
put it in
really
the
good.
comments. Do you want us to go
Well,
there?
you know everybody's going to say yes, but you got to think about like the people that don't go to our church. They know us. The people who don't go to our church are
They're probably not going to watch.
Yes, they will. So they'll have more. So they'll have more of an opportunity to say that.
Hey, if
I
you-
told you they's a cult. Look at that.
If you attend another church, stop watching now.
All right, so here's how we're going to start off. All right, obviously, we like to have a lot of fun. We have fun pretty much every day, unless PA's yelling at us, which
I don't yell at anybody. My voice it's loud anyway. That's what my wife tells me every day.
The bruises are still
I'm going to tell a story
there.
before we got going. All right, so my top 5 favorite conversations with PA.
Oh my gosh, you're fixing to throw me under the bus.
You're breaking the etiquette of podcasting. You're interrupting.
Oh, is there? Y'all didn't give me no etiquette. I didn't know
That's
there's
what,
etiquette.
if you watch podcasts, no one interrupts each other.
What?
So my top 5 favorite conversations with PA are difficult conversations. Probably the worst one that he ever gave me was, I was probably like 3 or 4 years into ministry. Probably not even that long.
I don't know where you're going.
And
with
he
this.
called me, and I'm pretty sure we had just hired Adam because I found out that you were in the car with him. Years later.
I don't remember.
And I got
this.
re-offended.
Thank you, because it's halfway true. There's no way this is.
This is
all way
100% true.
Okay.
And you told me that I have a spirit of entitlement about me, that I was an entitled young man.
Well, that was probably true.
No, it was true. I'll give you that. It took me years to like unpack that, and I'm still working through it. But here's what you told me. You said, "Hey, let me give you an instance. If there's one chip left in the basket at the Mexican restaurant, you're gonna grab it."
There's everybody around us,
and so
if there's one cheese stick left,
yeah, And so, by God, if there is one left now, literally, we go out to eat not too long ago, and there's like one cheese stick left, and you're like, oh, dang, I'm getting that. And I was like, I'm not grabbing that thing.
I'm not entitled, though.
I'm telling you, I will be like with someone like way far away from you, and I'm like, I can't touch that, or else the devil will enter in.
He was probably taken out because, dude, my first day on staff, I was so nervous. You know, I didn't know what to expect. But we went to lunch. We went to Logan's, and my very first day on staff, like I was so nervous. I was just eating rolls, like not even looking, just listening, and like, you know, just because you don't really know what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
And I remember right away, Andy goes to grab a roll, and he goes, "Hey, did you just eat all those rolls?" And so then he calls Travis and chews him out for being entitled. Yeah. He's taking it out on me. He's like, we're not on that level yet.
Indirected.
I did all of that.
I did. You got to.
didn't.
That's why I was in the car. He was like, "All right, I'm not going to tell him this on his first day. Travis, you got a spirit of entitlement. You would eat all the rolls at Logan's."
Here's what I always say about UPA is that you have a spiritual gift of finding flaws immediately in people.
That's called leadership. It's leadership. Very judgmental.
You want to help.
What I'm saying is, if you give them the negative flaws, everybody knows who you're talking about, which is really bad.
Yeah.
I would say to Travis, the guy with the little ears that breathes really loud.
Yeah, I just did.
What would mine be?
Oh, God. The guy with the really tight jeans.
They're
That's
not
it.
skinny.
I have little ears and breathe loud, but he's just got tight jeans. That's a choice. I didn't
They're
make
not
this
skinny.
choice.
Yours are skinny.
No, they're not skinny.
Your calves are coming. You got. Like,
I can't help my legs. I was born with those legs, but these are straight leg jeans.
Those are not straight leg. You had to jump off the house to get in those things this morning.
They're straight leg.
Dog, you painted those.
We're past that. We're past that.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
I am glad that skinny jeans in church have kind of died.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. You just made everybody in Coleman happy.
Yeah.
When you said that. Now, next thing we know, we're going to be wearing Tacovas.
I've got those
I own
on too
Tacovas.
with my straight leg jeans.
Yeah.
God, Walker County and Coleman County finally got y'all.
I remember the first day I wore Tacovas to our Hayden campus. It was like
People respected you.
It was
more.
like an embrace I hadn't had yet. I didn't know wasn't there. They were like, "You're one of us," you know.
Yeah.
And then,
Hayden got you.
yeah, they let me dip on stage while I preached.
That's really good. That's awesome, man.
Gave me a spitter and everything.
Just trying to be all things to all people.
All right, hey, let's read a couple of news articles. A little trash on the table here. We'll see how this goes.
Oh, we're going like
Just for reference.
so. We are going to go into church stuff, but we want to talk about some news stories.
Nah,
first.
we're not gonna
Like
talk
what
about
kind of
church.
news? Like global?
I mean, I'm just following the flow our producer Jake gave to us. Jake, love you. Full
Okay.
disclaimer, I have dyslexia and I mix words up sometimes. So if
Okay.
I don't read this well, then you'll have to bear with me. All right. All right. So headline. They told insurers a bear damaged their car, but it was actually a person in a costume. 4 residents from Los Angeles area were arrested this week after an investigation by a California Department of Insurance revealed that they allegedly used a life-size bear costume to stage attacks on
Wait,
their vehicles.
4 people did this, or just
4
one
people. Their alleged scam cost 3 insurance companies a total of $141,839. The suspects provided video footage of the alleged incident to their unnamed insurance company, which the department has since posted online. The videos show a furry figure. Sorry, stop. They showed a furry figure entered through the side door, climbing around the back seat and crawling
But it was a
out,
dude in a bear costume.
leaving scratch marks on the leather seats and door. Upon further scrutiny of the video, the investigation determined the bear was actually a person in a bear costume, officials said. I'm out of breath.
But so there is a dude dressed up like a bear that started attacking cars.
Hey, not to mention,
Was he looking for picnic? It was Yogi.
much like this room, there were 4 people that had to conspire together. They were like, hey, man.
It would actually be kind of fun. But I mean, not like tearing people's stuff
Like
up. but
crime would be fun.
Like just watching somebody in a bear suit.
like, hey, man. I mean, I don't have a Mercedes or a Rolls Royce, but
Yeah, that
Like-
kind of ticked me off, I'm sure.
yeah, what would you do if you saw a bear in your car?
Oh, I'd pull out my phone and video it. I'd have to show everybody.
What would you do if you saw a bear in your
I'd call my insurance company.
What? Like immediately?
Yeah, I'm about to get paid because of that bear.
We just lost respect from our entire church. Like, neither one of you would shoot it.
What? I ain't got a gun.
My gun's in the car.
Now, half our church has got a gun they could shoot it with.
My gun's in the car, though. I'm not getting in the car with it.
You don't have a gun in the house? Like,
where do you get a
shotgun,
bear
AR?
costume that looks so much like a bear?
Hey, there is a YouTube video of it's a grizzly costume, but he's on the side of the road, and it's like in Yellowstone or somewhere, but it is a costume, and it looks real. And it's a Matt, pull that up.
all right, let's read the next one. This one's a little shorter. A New Hampshire woman arrested for urinating on grocery store food and filming it after cops find trove of similar videos dating back 4 years. Oh, God.
Well, you just wake up in New Hampshire one day.
Right.
Oh, I think today's a great day to go to the grocery store and just pee all over everything. Wow.
Is that your New Hampshire accent?
That's all I know as far as New Hampshire.
Right, that's fantastic.
I'm going to do this for the next 4 years.
It wasn't Tedford's first time peeing in places she shouldn't. If anything, it was a hobby for the young urinator.
Oh, that sounds the urinator. How did nobody see her do that?
I don't know, man.
How do you do that with nobody? Like,
But she went and posted it online, apparently.
I've thought about doing some weird stuff, but not that.
Who puts these news stories out? Like,
I don't know. I don't have a
interesting.
site on that one unless our producer Jake just made that up. I have no idea.
That's real life
look,
right
people,
there. That's real
people
life.
think different, man. Like that is one thing I am thankful for with our church is that we reach people who have either grown up in church, have been scarred by church, hurt by church, and we reach some people that just like they have no like concept, like the Christianese, the hidden etiquettes whenever it comes to church. And that's always the fun people, right? Because they're just coming in and just asking as many questions as possible. I remember when we first planted, a dude brought a beer bottle in. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was still cold. No, it was when the service was over with.
The mountains were still blue.
That's
Not that I know what that means, but
that happened a few months ago at the Jasper campus, and there was a guy, and he was just walking down the hallway with me, and I was like, man, I'm just glad you're here. And he was holding a beer, and it was on a Sunday morning. He's walking down the hallway, and I just put my arm around him. I was like, come on, man. I took him to a seat and took him to a seat right there in the back. And man, I was just excited. I'm like, dude, that guy's at church.
yeah.
And that would never happen, just those crazy stories like that.
Well,
come to find out, our officer on site, I was looking for him afterwards, after service, and I got him a seat, and I said, hey, man, I'm just glad you're here. I'm just glad you're here. Just loved on him, everybody. And our officer at church took him to jail.
Oh, God.
I know, I felt bad.
Yeah.
I was all right.
Well, I will say the officers at our church are like, yeah, we just arrested that. I mean, they know those people that are coming, which makes you feel like you're reaching the right people.
Yeah.
The one time I went to Jasper and that kid had a pair of whitey tighties on his head. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And I was ready to get the police on him. Because I was like, man, something's wrong with this guy. But it was also say all the Jasper people go over and love on the guy.
Oh, yeah.
And the kid got saved that day. And then he was murdered 2 months later, which I just think is unbelievable. You got to be careful the way you judge people when they walk in.
Treat them like kings and queens.
Man, I love the Jasper campus, man. I feel like our Jasper campus, like demographically, is what heaven's going to look like. It is just, it's all different types of people, ages, ethnicities, like all of that. And speaking of that, we just had a big commitment day, our generation to generation offering. We did our first fruits offering this last Sunday, and then we begin a 3-year journey with our Jasper campus. Unless
in Jesus' name.
Unless it's a quicker journey.
In Jesus' name.
And we're not ready to put out numbers yet. We're going to do that on April 6th, but I think it's been a really, really neat time. I always love, like, because we're 3 campuses and we're all in this together, I always love anything that unites us together. Like when we do like Christmas with family, we put the same campuses in the room.
Or when we did that, the offering for Liverpool.
Yeah, we did the offering for Liverpool, man. Like that was. Like,
I don't know if people know, but we actually had more come in. We've taken up $84,000. All we needed was $21,000.
Yeah.
I love that our people are just generous.
Wow.
But it's just cool. It's cool to see like all of us come together, and we just had that first fruits offering, and we're about to wrap up what I think has been a really powerful series talking about the next generation and how we're not trying to do this for us right now as much as we're trying to leave a legacy with what we do here at DC, right? Adam, you want to cast a little vision on that?
Yeah, as far as generation to generation goes, is our whole goal and prayer is that our generation's ceiling will be the next generation's floor.
Right.
And we, this current generation has to always take responsibility for the next generation. So every generation takes responsibility for the generation coming behind them. And for us, we're calling it generation to generation because we have an opportunity to just build this building. And it really has nothing to do with the brick and mortar. It has to do with the people. We've been portable for 10 years and, have had a lot of faithful people. We've seen God move. And now we get to build something that's not only going to impact the next generation, but generations to come because of the permanent location that's there and everything that's going to happen. And my prayer is that Desperation Church just always, we were talking about this yesterday, but Desperation Church, even after we're dead and gone, is always a church that's obsessed with the next generation. Yeah. Where we step over our preference into our purpose. And we're married to a message, not a method. When a lot of times, you see people married to methods a lot more. Yeah. And we're just married to the message. We know that we can't say like one day we can't be like, God is only going to move in elevation worship, kids. We can't say it. It's gonna. That's why we can't fall in love with the sound of worship or what service is going to look like. We just fall in love with Jesus. We just pursue Him.
You look at we've had churches offer us their buildings. In the past, like for prices for money. I'm waiting for somebody to give it to us for free.
Amen.
Usually we don't have the finances to do it because we got other things we got to put money on. But they say by the year 2030, and I heard this a long time ago, which is 5 years away, that over half the churches will have their doors closed because they quit growing.
You think that's like baby boomer generation kind of dying off?
Yeah, but that generation was so good. In so many ways, like for the church.
No, 100%.
But I feel like, and I don't know if it's the baby boomers, I don't know, but I mean, there was something that happened in generations, in that generation, or maybe the generation before them, to where we did not pick up the generation behind them. They didn't do what they could for the generation behind them.
Yeah.
And basically, when everybody dies, the church dies. I mean, you can't afford it no more. You can't even keep the lights on anymore. And there's massive there's big churches that used to have big 2 or 3 services packed out that now have about 30, 40 people going to it.
Well, you think about like anytime there's decline in anything, that means opportunity if you have the right perspective. So like stock market, when it goes down, that's your opportunity to get better prices for when it does recover. I think in the same sense, like whenever it comes to churches, there is a decline, but I saw a stat the other day. Now that millennials are coming into that age of influence, kind of nearing your 40s, they said in 2019, it was on average. I don't know which poll it was. I think it was Gallup. Is it Gallup?
Yeah.
They put out a poll in 2019 to see how many millennials went to church, and it was 19%. And they just redid that poll, and it's now 34% of millennials, which in percentage, like 15% in percentage is huge.
Yeah,
that's a massive jump in
deal.
Just 5-6 years. And so I think some of it is, as we get older, like we do get set in our ways. I notice as I'm getting older, like I get a little more set in my ways.
How you getting you set in your ways?
I just when I turned 30. I don't know what it was. It's like overnight I started watching the news and checking the weather every 10 minutes. I don't. It's like, and then getting angry about stuff that I have no control over. And so like I'm that guy now. Yep. I'm like,
wait till you get to be 53.
And I think some of it is warranted, and you have kids and you start caring a little bit more. But man, I don't know about you, but there's times like where I would be the guy that was gonna go hang out, and now I'm just like, no, I'm gonna stay home.
Well, there's a place where a lot of Christians or churches drew lines in the sand or built walls between people outside the 4 walls. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But we drew lines. We became angry. Like we were more concerned about, this is old school, and it's still probably today. We're just more concerned about tattoos and more concerned about what people wore or what they looked like more than we were about their soul.
Yeah.
More than we were about who they were.
Yeah.
And we became angry at those people, which keeps us from sharing the gospel with those people because they don't look like us. Which, by the way, the scripture is very plain that, you know, we as believers have a spiritual mindset.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we'll call people out because I can't believe you're doing this, or I can't believe you're talking that way. I can't believe you're saying these things. When in reality, those people have a natural mindset. They've probably never given their life to Christ, and the Spirit is what changes us.
Yeah.
And you can't expect somebody who has a natural mindset to think like a spiritual person. Lost people always act like lost people.
Well, even that too, like I always love when we get someone that comes to our church from a different culture. Like we have a family that comes to our Hayden campus from Chicago.
Yeah.
And they are flippant. They're some of my favorite people.
Yeah.
You ever see those people at church and you're like, I'm going to talk to them.
Yeah.
Like these are those people. She's just kind of told me your journey from coming from Chicago down to here. And she's a nurse practitioner. And she was telling me how like I don't know all the Christianese, this and that, you know, which I love. Like I think it's pretty cool. But she's been getting asked by her doctor, who is of the Nation of Islam, to pray in Jesus' name. He's been so inspired by her in her walk and relationship with Jesus, how it's grown, that he started to ask her to pray over these patients at their hospital, which, mind you, this is a hospital where it's like no one's praying. You know what I mean? And I think it's important for us to recognize, like, not everyone's going to act like us, think like us, drink Christian water, breathe Christian air. Like we have to reach all and every type of people from generation to generation. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. And two, I think the mindset changed. Number one, it could be, you know, and I don't want any baby boomers to. I've also seen baby boomers take responsibility for the next generation.
We've got incredible baby
but there
boomers
has
in our church.
Yes, we do.
Blessed.
And I do think too that it is absolutely absurd to me that anybody who is far from God, that doesn't, you know, they don't look like high church, and they walk in, that they are treated any different.
Yes.
And like, let me tell you, if you pray, and I'm saying like where you have prayer is just like Converge, and the presence of God is there and strong. And then people walk in, you don't realize that some people on this planet have never felt the feeling that somebody was excited that they were in a room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody was excited. And so when you do that, the presence of God mixed with the love of God through his church is completely lethal to
oh my gosh, yeah.
anything and everything. And so we can become, I'll tell you a couple of mistakes that were made. We became so obsessed with fixing people's behavior.
Yeah.
You could fix everybody's behavior from bad to good, and they still go to hell.
Yeah.
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 Like, there's no way you can make yourself
that's
righteous.
every other religion.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Bad things to good things. And what we can do though is if we can play matchmaker, and we can create a place where it's easy for people to meet Jesus, to where the Christian who's been saved for 40 years, man, they get fed, you know, from the Word of God, but also these people over here can understand it, and they're like, yes, I want that Jesus. It changes everything. And then, so that was one mistake where, you know, it was just, whether it's tattoos or they're dressed different or they've got a big backpack and you know that they're obviously homeless or displaced.
Or bad reputation. Everybody knows who they are in the city.
Bad reputation.
They've
Hey,
done
that's
bad
why I
things.
tell our greeters, I'm saying, you know, for a while there, it just seemed like everybody's trailer was getting stolen out of their yard. And you know, I would tell our greeters, I said, what happens when what do you do when the person who you got on your camera...
Wait, when you say trailer, you talking about like
No,
when you
like
hook up
a
to
little pull behind trailers.
Oh, I didn't know what you was talking about. A house.
What happens when the guy that stole your trailer out of your yard and you got him on your
What do you do when you see the
camera?
lady who's been peeing on all the food at the grocery store?
Walks into your church. Walks into your church. All right, like what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah.
And you know, when stuff like that happens, you just say, okay, well, that's obviously why we're here.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. And then another mistake is that I believe that has hit, no matter what the generation is the biggest, and I'll just say it from a desperation perspective, the biggest mistake we could make is grow old together, do church our way, play our music, wear our attire, just do it how we like it, grow old together, die, and then our building's empty because we did not invest into the next generation.
Yeah,
and we didn't listen to them. Too. There are something like I have to step over preference that already because there's some things that I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And come to find out, it's the greatest idea ever.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that the next generation knows that I don't know as well as I think I do.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait, man. Just speaking from our Hayden campus, and being here for 14 years. God's moving in our church right now in a really special and particular way that's really, really fun. And we talked about this the other day, that it's really fun to see the same things that are happening at Coleman and Jasper happening at Hayden. And it seems like God's kind of doing all this at once. Like the growth's coming at once. Like all these factors are coming at once. Like I just see the Lord moving in our campus pastor meetings and all these different places. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited that we're going to work towards getting this building built in Jasper. We're going to put a statue of PA out front.
Golly.
Man,
Let them bring their offerings.
That would be like a...
Not true.
hey, cut that out. We're really trying to build a building.
Wait. You know what it's going to look like?
Hey, dude, all they got to do is take that clip and ruin us. We got to cut that out.
No,
Yeah, people would take that and use that. That'd be the only thing they get out of the whole thing.
I know.
You know what the statue would look like?
What?
Like when you're preaching hard and you get in the power stance and you grab your jeans.
Oh, yeah. I can also be when his hands are up and his belly's like his shirt comes all
belly
the way up.
button.
That'd be
Yeah, my
fun,
navel will be hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leah hates that. She gets so like, tuck your shirt in. I was like, I ain't tucking my shirt in. I look like an old man.
I want you to see it, Leah.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Last thing on all this, you got to look past all the things that you might disagree with, whether it be politics, whether it be the way they look, tats. If you think, whatever you think about all that stuff, you got to look at the person.
Yes.
But we know that God loves them.
Yeah.
And they've got a soul that's either destined for heaven or hell. And we love them no matter who they are, what they're about. We love them no matter what. And we're just glad that they're at church.
Yeah.
Or people outside the four walls.
Yeah.
I'm just going to love them, and I'm not going to look at them.
Yeah.
I'm going to look in them.
Yeah.
And I really believe that's what God does.
The one who was most like God was attractive to those who were nothing like God, but despised by those who thought they were like God.
Dang, that's pretty good. I don't know what you said, but it was good.
That's what it is. There was something about Jesus that was attractive to lost people, that was welcoming. There was also something about Jesus that people who thought they were like God, that they despised.
About him.
Well, you see that.
But people get, I mean, like Christians, what is the deal with Christians we get so offended. So, like, there'll be people offended about you talking about the urinator. I mean, like, they will be offended. Like, how dare y'all talk about that? But with other people that don't know Jesus, it'll probably connect with them or might not connect with them. But the big picture is like, we get offended about everything.
Yeah.
And like, we should be the ones that's less offended.
Yeah. That's what I always tell people is like the definition of a Christian is to have thick skin and a soft heart. You got to have those two things.
Yeah.
Right. Like you've got to be able to be. I remember a buddy of mine, a spiritual big brother, told me one time because I was going through some stuff and I was having my pity party. He was like, "Hey, bro, if you want to be like a man of God, you got to be tough. Like you got to have thick skin, man.
If there's anybody that should live unoffended, it should be Christians.
Heck yeah, man.
And people are going to say that. I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I have people call me all the time like, hey, you offended me. Which, by the way, I'm glad they do. Because there's a lot of times I say things like, they got a point.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I just got everybody calling me now. We're getting because everybody's going to say like, oh, I can call you.
Yeah, I'm going to have to forgive you.
Yep. But I mean, like, but some of them is understandable. Now, some of them are just ridiculous.
Yeah. I hope that people see just from like this conversation right here and the little bit that we've done this, our heart, right?
Yeah.
Is that, we're going to have fun, but like we have a mandate and calling on our church and on our lives that God's given us a vision for this place to aggressively advance the kingdom of God, right? And I think that's why I'm so excited about Jasper.
Do you think that it helps lost people see when you're all thing? I'm not talking about us as pastors going crazy.
Yeah.
But that we're real, that we can laugh about the same things that they laugh about, and we understand life more than they. You know what's crazy is people are scared to death that the pastor is going to find out, Andy's going to find out about things that they've done.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I'm probably safer. We're probably safer than anybody else because we know so many things. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We know a lot of stuff and still love them.
Yeah.
We're for them. We got you back. We're going to point you to Jesus, but we love you.
We just had a guy
But we're the ones that's the easiest. We should be the first ones people come to because we're going to be the ones that do the least judging or the least talking down to you. I mean, we won't do that.
Well, I think like you taught Adam and us this really well. Is like, hey, just be yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just be yourself. Like wherever God's taking you, be transparent about it. And I've been trying to implement that more into my life in a lot of ways. But we had a guy that just started coming to our Hayden campus. He came up to me after service, probably the second time I talked about this, but he said, dude, you sharing those stories about how you yelled at a referee in a 6U basketball game? He was like, I was like, man, I can relate to this guy. I yell at referees all the time, and I'm like, well, dude, like, don't. Like, but I do. But you shouldn't. Yeah. You know? But I think it was just more so like preachers yelling at referees, and I'm going to do it again. But
what is it though? Shout out Groeschel, by the way. But Craig Groeschel, he says people are impressed by our strengths, but they connect to our weaknesses.
Yeah.
And so when you're approachable and you're real, there's people who are drawn to that. People may have an opinion, and people who, what I found in ministry, I mean, coming up on 20 years, and you've probably seen this too, when somebody's very, very cynical and critical, there is some type of shame. There is something hidden.
Yeah.
That I've never not seen it. In somebody's life, there's something there, and so anyway.
Well, so you think about this. So the reason why we don't want to do that other podcast is why?
Church people.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're scared we'll offend church people. When in reality, they'll go home and watch something filthy on Netflix, and we're not even close to that. We're just telling you all
yeah,
the
you sinners.
Yeah. They pay money for it.
This is PA getting mad.
No, church people make y'all know that's my.
Yeah,
that's my biggest. Yeah, you call me they got some kind of voice mail. They got not voice, a voice change.
Voice changer.
Yeah, tell them what you did to me the other day.
Yeah, tell them about that.
That wasn't nice.
Yeah, I know.
I was trying to get some exercise, and I had to get off.
Please tell them.
I called, and they changed my voice to a woman. And basically,
that don't sound. I mean, like it's a
a voice is a voiceover, and I don't know what my name was. It was
you said Janice McCollum.
No,
or something
I said
like
Sylvia Reed, and I was like, "Hey, hon, I got your number from the janitor."
and I was getting mad at Alyssa, and she was innocent the whole time.
And Alyssa's so sweet and innocent. Like she just wouldn't.
Go ahead.
She wouldn't even mean that. Did I get it wrong?
Mm-mm.
All right,
so we don't call her. I mean, she does ministry as much as any.
Oh, I know she. Well, that is ministry.
Yeah,
that is every single one of us. Sanitational engineer, Alyssa. Yeah. Shout out, Alyssa. I called. I said, "Hey, hon, I got. We've been attending the church, but I got one complaint."
And I'm on the treadmill
He's
trying
on the
to
treadmill,
walk. Trying to
get
back. I answered the phone, and I was like, "Why did Alyssa give my phone number to this lady? Like, what is she doing?"
Yeah, and I knew I was like, I know what's gonna press his buttons, and so I just said, we like supporting here, but we just ain't supporting them people out there in Jasper. I mean, that's just kind of.
Are y'all really wanting to build $1 million complex out there for Jasper people?
My goodness! And PA said, "Hold on, let me get off of this for a minute." He goes, "Are you serious?" finally, we just had to call it.
I was like, "Are you joking? This is a joke, right?"
He said, "This is a joke."
And then it hit me like, well, hold on. This ain't. There's nobody that would call me and tell me these things. There's no way. Well, he said more. He's just not saying it on the video here.
Yeah. There's a lot more. There's a lot more.
But it was. I was. My heart started beating fast. I started getting fired up. I was ready to go.
I can always tell whenever you're getting like fired up, you should start getting antsy. Like things just start moving in your body.
Yeah.
Well, it's just when people act like church people and they just start trashing other people.
Mm-hmm.
And like God loves them, we love them.
Yeah.
And like, what? Who are you?
Yeah. All that to say, man, we're believing for God for more than we could ever ask, think, or imagine with this building in Jasper. And
hold on a sec. You know what else Adam did?
What?
They got on that voice thing and they called Jamie, who was our maintenance guy.
That was Peyton.
Peyton did that.
Peyton's in here.
Peyton Pace. He called him and it sounded like a woman said, "Hey, we're down here at the student center and there's a growling and a hissing going on in the bathroom in there and we don't know what it is." And Jamie starts freaking out. If everybody knew Jamie, y'all would know.
Love Jamie,
y'all
dude.
know, but he started
humans.
like, what did he do? He's just, Did you hear this?
I listened to it one time, but
But he wasn't going. He freaked him out. He wasn't going down there to check on it. He was going to call one of us to go check on it. Like he thought there's some kind of demon in there.
All right, hey, so all that to say, really excited about what we're going to be doing in Jasper, what God's going to be doing in Jasper. It's
going to boom. I can't wait.
Yeah, I really think so. But as far as our offering goes and our pledges go, man, we just encourage you each Sunday that you come in. We have those connection cards. We have ways that you can give. You can go to our website, desperationchurch.tv. We just always ask, like, hey, ask the Lord how you would be a part of this. I know I told our Hayden campus the message was perfect on Sunday, just how David was transitioning to Solomon. I was like, hey, and I think our Hayden campus really got it, but like, hey, let's think beyond ourselves to other people. Like, that's the true nature of a Christian. And I would encourage that for our Coleman, our Hayden campus. Like, hey, we've had other people support us, like building the building in Coleman. The seats we sit in on Sunday morning from Hayden campus, like, let's support our brothers and sisters in Walker County, and like, let's build something that's a city on a hill.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Hey, something else that's coming up, a couple of big things that are coming up. One is the Super Bowl Sunday of churches.
Easter,
man. Yeah, and so we're doing something before then, though, that we want our entire church, or as many people in our church, to be a part of as possible. That's our April 12th Serve Day. And so we really want to focus this day on inviting as many people as we possibly can to church. We're going to do some skilled labor projects. We're going to be doing a lot of block parties, grilling, car washes, you name it. But April 12th, put that one in your calendars, because what we're going to do is the week before Easter, we're going to be inviting as many people as possible to our Easter services. You want to cast a little vision on that, Hicks?
Yeah, we are just blitzing our counties, our cities and our counties, and just serving all over on the 12th. And our You Are Love cards that day is, because if you're just serving, you're just doing nice things, you know. And so we've got to attach the gospel to it, and we'll share the gospel with people while we're out there. We'll pray with people, but they also will get You Are Love cards, and they'll have our Easter service times for each campus and all of that good stuff. But it's going to be who we are. We serve a lot outside of the four walls of the church. It's really who we are. Pastor Andy's always just taught us to stay in front of the community, showing them the love of Jesus. And so there'll be a lot of serve projects there, from wheelchair ramps to Chick-fil-A biscuits, to free coffee, to free car wash,
hamburgers and hot dogs.
So first $20 towards somebody's tank of gas, or people's tank of gas as they pull in. And I think we're going to try that this year and see how it goes.
I love it, man. And then a week after that, we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, April 20th through 18th. And our theme this year for Easter is All of the Sudden. And I think it's going to be a really, really cool time. You want to talk about Easter, PA?
Yeah, one of the things is the Easter adventure that we got on Saturday night. They're blocking off the road for us. The mayor has approved it. We ready to roll. It's going to be a lot more space, a lot more room.
It's going to be gigantic.
It is. It's going to be huge. Now that's in Coleman, and we're also going to have it done in. We got a big parking lot in Hayden.
That's right, baby.
Where y'all doing y'all's at in Jasper? Y'all doing right there at the church? Inside or outside?
Outside and inside. So the inflatables and the food trucks and everything will be outside, and then a lot of the games and stuff.
A lot of stuff
inside.
for the kiddos. It's all about the kiddos that night, and families. Actually, it's a family
there'll be
deal.
hundreds of kids.
Aren't y'all doing a sunrise service this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said,
we are.
Did y'all change it?
No, we didn't change it. That is what we're looking at, is a sunrise service. We just got to figure out up there when there could be some things moving up there on the property. We just want to make sure everything's
like bears,
safe. Bears,
people in bear costumes.
Hey, dude, there are bears. There are bears on game cameras. There are pictures taken of black bears in Walker County
and Vikings.
Hey, there's one on my there was one on James Spann posted one. It was several years ago, but it was a game.
You
camera
sure
on
that
my
wasn't a
Happy
man in
Road
the costume?
Kimberly.
It's because these guys with the Elisha anointing, they're calling bears out on these young men who make fun of bald guys.
Bears.
Yeah. So yeah, hey, we're really excited about Easter coming up this year. Our team's pumped. Our
Love that
creative
biblical
team.
humor.
Flex, right?
That was hilarious to seminary students.
I'm trying to.
Like, all right, keep going.
Oh,
Here we go.
I don't even know how to like
No,
transition
all
this.
of a sudden it's just
Yeah.
It's gonna be a strong series. I don't want to give away a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be really not serious. It's gonna be a good day.
And we'd encourage you, if you're a part of DC, man, be a part of that April 12th Serve Day. And we're going to start announcing it at campuses. You can go to our connection centers, get a little more information. We'll also put it up on our app and everything from there. And just before we sign off, what's everybody's March Madness pick?
Florida.
Mine's Florida. Adam?
Delaware.
Adam don't do sports.
I do sports.
No, you don't.
I do
You
sports.
wrestled.
He was a wrestler.
I do sports. I watch sports.
He had
but
to.
I'm
He had
just
to be the guy. So
You modeled the singlet.
yeah. So
Yeah.
wrestling started when he was in high school at Mortimer Jordan.
Right.
And he had to go in
Now
front of the
they're really
whole
good.
entire high school and model the uni. The
Yeah,
little
yeah.
Tell
outfit.
us about that.
It's singlet. What's a
It's called a singlet.
Yeah,
What
it's
are
called
you-
a singlet, and I had to model that to show the school what it looked like. That was humiliating. And then I had to wrestle in front of the school, but I was
Did you get beat?
yeah, points wise, I did because the middle school had a wrestling team, and so coming up, they got to wrestle for a couple of years. We hadn't even started yet. We just got our singlets. And so this ninth grader and me were wrestling. We were the same weight class, and
And you're a senior.
obviously you're stronger, but he just knew all the points.
You got beat by a freshman. Was that embarrassing?
I think standing in front of everybody in the singlet for the first time was a little bit.
What
worse.
was the student body doing?
The freshman that I had that did
He probably can't say what.
he's awesome. He was phenomenal. What'd you ask?
What like when you walked out in that singlet? What was Mortimer Jordan High School like? Were they
probably can't say
chanting
it
your? Were they
on-
chanting your name?
Yeah, some, and then there were some other things we'll say on our other podcast.
Oh Lord, I don't know
yeah,
about that.
yeah. It was not I mean, it was obviously hilarious, but yeah. What'd y'all bring that up for?
Oh, you
Just wanted to
Because it's
humiliate you.
March
today.
Madness.
No,
Yeah.
March Madness is.
It's all right. I think so. Something's wrong with me. I just don't really get into the whole.
So Adam is the
Madness
guy.
thing. I'm turkey hunting though.
Adam is the guy that tells his son, "Hey, whether we win or lose, we'll go get ice cream after this."
Adam.
Yeah, yeah. I've said that before. What'd you say in that voice for?
I made my son
I
sleep
don't know what the
outside.
voice was.
Huh?
I made my son sleep outside for his
Hey,
last
listen.
tournament.
You made him sleep outside.
Yeah.
Well,
I told him he couldn't have my last name on his jersey until he got
I'm
it
hard
right.
on him.
That's right.
I'm hard on him, but not like
Not
that.
with
That was
sports.
over a game. It was his first game of baseball. They put him at catcher, and he had he had the mask on his face. The ball was right below his feet, and he has all these parents, and he had the coaches, everybody. Oh, you pick up the ball, Owen, and he can't look down with this thing, and he's looking around, and all he's got is these grown-ups. He's looking around, everybody's. Ah! And so that's when I said, "Hey, dude, hey, bro, win or lose, we're gonna go eat. We're gonna go get ice cream." I felt bad for him. That was like his first game. They
You're
just
such a
stick him out
better
there.
dad than me.
Huh?
You're such a better
Oh,
dad than
man.
me.
No, it's not. Hey, I will get on them though if they don't hustle. If they're not, if they are not
bad.
hustling.
Oh, he's back. Yeah.
If they're not hustling, yeah, I'm pretty defensive of this. If they're not hustling, if they're not doing like their best and giving it their all, if they're being lazy, and if they don't have a good attitude.
That's good. I can see.
So
that.
I'm hard on that. That's things that matter.
You're getting angry.
They're not going to grow up with dad wounds. I'll tell you that.
I bet they do.
For right now, we are going to be putting this podcast out into the ethos once a month. Here's what we would love from you if you can. Would you like, subscribe, share this video out? We're going to be putting clips on social media. Help us share it as much as you possibly can. Make sure that you comment. Give us some feedback in there. That's good feedback. If you give us bad feedback, you can email brandyr@desperationchurch.tv.
Or Kenny R.
Awesome. Any last thoughts as we go?
Nope. I'm
right.
just worried about how this goes.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're
what are y'all
worried.
doing spring break?
Yeah. Hey, the next podcast.
Watching baseball.
Watching
the next
baseball?
podcast will feature your new campus pastors as we just lost our job. Love you and goodbye.
Love y'all.